Welcome all. In this session, I am going to explain you features of Java. Here are some list: simple, portable, multi-threaded, secure, object-oriented, high-performance, platform-independent, dynamic, interpreted, and architecture-neutral. Let's go in detail about these features. First, simple. Java is a simple language because the syntax is taken from C and C++ languages. The person who knows C and C++ language can easily understand this Java language and no pointers concept. And in C++, a programmer is responsible for allocation of memory and deallocation of memory. But in Java, using the concept called garbage collector, deallocation will be taken care by garbage collector, and the programmer is responsible for only for allocating of memory. Next feature is platform independent. What is platform dependent and what is platform independent? Before that, what is a platform? A platform means nothing but the operating system which we are using on our machines is known as a platform. And C is a platform dependent language and Java is a platform independent language. So let us see what is this platform dependent and platform independent. First of all, if we wrote a source code means nothing but a program which humans can understand. That code is known as a source code. If we wrote our program in C language and if we execute that source code, if we compile this C program on Windows platform, the .exe file will be generated. This .exe file can understand by the Windows platform and it can run successfully. If the same .exe file, if you are trying to run on the Linux machine, it cannot run the file because this .exe file cannot understand by the Linux machine. So again what we have to do? Again we have to compile our program on the Linux machine. Again we have to run the program. And the same way, if we use this .exe file on Mac machine, it cannot run because the same, it cannot understand the .exe file. Again what we have to do? Again we have to compile the program and again we have to run the program. So this is called platform dependent. Means if we are changing the platform, again we have to run the program. We have to compile the program and we have to run the program. This is a disadvantage using the C language. So what is a platform dependent language? Platform dependent. Java is a platform dependent language. Suppose if we write our program using a Java language, whenever we compile our source code, an intermediate file will be generated. That file is known as bytecode. A bytecode cannot understand by the humans or it cannot be understand by the machine. So bytecode can understand only by the JVM. JVM means Java Virtual Machine. The source code can be understand by the humans and bytecode cannot be understand by the humans, neither humans nor machines. A machine can understand only a machine code. Now if we compile, as I said that if we compile our Java program, a bytecode will be generated. Whenever we run this bytecode on the Windows machine, the JVM will translate this bytecode according to the Windows instructions and it can run successfully. If I want to run the same program on the Linux machine, again I will take this bytecode and I will run the Linux on a Linux machine. Here the JVM will translate this bytecode according to the Linux machines. Here we are not compiling again. And the same way, if we want to run on the Mac machine, again this JVM will convert this bytecode according to the Mac instructions and the program will run successfully. If we are changing the platform, we are not compiling it again and again. So we have write once and we are running on any machine. This is called write once, run anywhere. This is called platform independent. Irrespective of the platform, we can run the Java program. Next feature, robust. Java is a robust language. Robust means strong. I can say that Java is a strong language because by two concepts, exception handling and automatic garbage collection. Using these two concepts, I can say that Java is a strong language. And we'll see about these exception handling and garbage collector in upcoming sessions. Feature is multi-threaded. Java is a multi-threaded programming. What is multitasking? Multitasking means doing two or more different tasks simultaneously is called multitasking. Like listening to the music while playing games in a computer is multitasking. Means listening a music is one task and playing a game is another task. These are two different tasks executing simultaneously. This is called multitasking. Then what is multi-threading? Multi-threading means two or more different parts of a single program is known as multi-threading. In a single process, we are dividing a process into a small portions called threads, and we are trying to execute all the threads simultaneously. This is called multi-threading. Means a thread is nothing but a separate program executing concurrently. And we can write Java programs that deal with many tasks at once by defining multiple threads. So these threads are very important in multimedia, web applications and so on. Example for these multi-threading is a Windows Media Player. If you see the Windows Media Player, we have three different threads. One is the equalizer and one is the status bar and one is the playlist. And these three has to act accordingly simultaneously while the song is going on. And these are the three different parts of a single program called Windows Media Player. So this is the difference between a multitasking and a multi-threading. Multitasking means doing two or more different tasks simultaneously is called multitasking. Multi-threading means two or more different parts of a single process is known as multi-threading. We will see in detail about these multi-threading in future videos. Next feature is interpreted. Java is an interpreted language because we use Java interpreter to run the bytecode into a machine understandable language. Here we need a Java interpreter. And next feature is dynamic. So Java supports this dynamic loading of classes. So what is this dynamic loading and everything we will see in upcoming sessions. There you will understand what exactly the dynamic loading of classes. Whenever we want, we can load the class at a runtime environment. What is this and everything we will see in the upcoming sessions. And secure. We can say that Java is a secure language. First point for that is no explicit pointers. And this Java programs runs inside a virtual machine sandbox. And automatic array bounds is checking, and the lack of manual memory management makes certain classes of programming mistakes that often cause serious security holes impossible. So this virtual sandbox prevents Java application from doing any harm to the system that are running on. And also we have a security manager that determines what resource a class can access, such as reading and writing to a local disk. So we can say that Java is a secure language.